You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Hey, welcome. Glad you could tune in. Today, we're going to unpack some really interesting shifts and maybe some surprising details coming out of the tech world, especially web development. Our goal is just to, cut through the noise and see what's actually making waves. Ready? Okay, let's get into it. First off, AI in development. It's genuinely moving fast, and there's a lot of potential there. Take Google's new Firebase Studio. It lets you build apps like right in the browser using natural language prompts with Gemini, plus real-time collaboration testing. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, it feels like coding is becoming more conversational in a way.
Exactly. And beyond that, you're seeing these custom CLI coding agents popping up, people building them with things like Pydantic-AI and Claude. So you can get these, really tailored dev environments, automate tests, even enforce specific coding guidelines.
But what's fascinating here, and maybe a bit concerning, is the security angle. That's the flip side, right? Look at Anthropic's Claude for Chrome. This is AI designed to actually control your browser click buttons, fill forms. Yeah, and it got hit with serious prompt injection attacks almost immediately. They made improvements, sure, but the success rate for malicious prompts only dropped from 24% down to 11%.
11% still sounds kind of high for something controlling my browser.
It is high, which is why they're being super cautious, rolling it out to only like 1,000 users for now. It really raises that big question. How do we push innovation this powerful without opening up huge security holes?
So for you listening, if you're building with these tools, what's the takeaway? How do you gauge that risk day to day?
Well, the practical advice is extreme caution. Treat AI interactions almost like untrusted user input, even inside your own apps. You need robust sanitization, validation. Really think defensively at every single step.
That's a really important point. Okay, so that tension with AI is clear. But let's shift gears slightly. Beyond how AI writes code, the actual performance of that code is still paramount. And we're seeing some amazing speed gains. Bun, for example, got a 500x speedup for postMessage with strings.
500x, yeah.
Just by skipping serialization.
Incredible.
And then there's calm engineering. They migrated their Rush.js monorepo to use Node's native type stripping. And bam, 30–40% faster local development tasks.
Just optimizing how TypeScript gets handled.
These aren't small tweaks, It shows how diving deep or making architectural changes can give you these massive leaps in speed, changes how fast teams work. Oh, and a quick note for JS minification. At Swust, still seems to be leading the pack for that balance of size and speed.
Right, and if we connect this pursuit of performance to, let's say, code robustness, you find these subtle traps, like that Go error bug that surfaced recently when upgrading to errors. If you return an error as a value, but then check for it as a pointer, poof. Silent failure.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no compile error, nothing obvious, but your critical error handling in production bypass.
That's the nightmare scenario, isn't it? Silent failure.
Exactly. It shows how even small standard library updates can bite you hard if you're not careful. You need things like compile time assertions, good linters.
Is that kind of pitfall specific to Go's error handling, or is it something developers in other languages might stumble over too, like similar subtle runtime issues?
Well, Go's explicitness maybe brings it to the surface, but the class of problem isn't unique. It's about that gap between static analysis and actual runtime behavior. Every language has its own tricky corners like this. It really just hammers home why thorough testing and, solid code reviews are so vital. Can't just rely on the compiler.
Absolutely. But sometimes the breakdown isn't just in the code, it's the whole web experience. I mean, everyone's felt that frustration, right? Another cookie banner, another annoying pop-up ad. There's that Reddit thread making the rounds. Why is the Web Essential shut now?
Yeah, I saw that.
And it just nails that feeling, that longing for the older internet. More human, less commercialized and aggressive. Remember GeoCities?
Totally. And what stands out to me there is how directly that user frustration links back to what some people call engineering-led failure modes. Leaders who micromanage everything, or they stop coding entirely and just live in meetings, or they tolerate mediocre performance from the team.
Or try to be the solo hero.
Exactly. All those leadership choices, even if well-intentioned, they directly impact the product quality. They contribute, maybe inadvertently, to building that user-hostile web everyone's complaining about. It's all connected.
That's a powerful connection. Okay, so we've covered a lot, the excitement and risks of AI, the serious push for performance, and how crucial the human element, both in user experience and leadership, really is.
It's definitely a dynamic space right now.
For sure, a complex landscape.
Yeah. And maybe a final thought to leave folks with. As technology keeps accelerating like this, how do we make sure that our drive for the next big thing, for pure innovation, doesn't accidentally sideline the user experience? Or that we don't lose sight of those fundamental human factors that actually make software and the web itself feel, well, exceptional?
Spoken Tech for your ears.